Hi, are you Deb?
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Dawn. I'm from Social Services. Can I come in?
What do you want?
Well, it would be much easier if I came in and I could explain to you rather than just doing this on the doorstep.
Well, you're going to have to tell me what you want first, aren't you?
Well, we've had a report from the police with regards to some child protection concerns that we have. So it would really be much easier if I came inside.
What if I don't want you to come inside?
Well, the concerns are with regards to your and your husband's drinking and the lack of supervision for your daughter Megan. So it really would be much easier if I came inside, okay? So I'm going to have to insist that I come inside, really.
You better come in then.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Deb, so I'll go through some of the child protection concerns that were in the police report. So there were concerns that yourself and your husband Peter had been drinking the other day, and that had led to the kids leaving the house following an argument between yourself and your husband. And then do you want to tell me a bit about where the kids went then?
Not really.
Well, it'd be helpful if I got your perspective of things.
Well, I think you probably know what happened then if the police reported. They went out. Clea went off on his own, and Megan went to John's house.
Yeah, and it says here that John is a known sex offender and that you're aware of that. And one of the concerns we've got is that you are allowing Megan to go to his house. So we don't feel that that's appropriate.
Well, he's not sex offending with Megan, is he? We know him.
Okay, there are concerns that that wouldn't keep Megan safe, okay?
Well,
so
you don't know John, do you? So,
There are also concerns mentioned in the police report here with regards Clea being out on the estate without any supervision. And
well, the thing was, I didn't know she was out. So there's a big difference there, isn't there?
Okay, why didn't you know that your daughter was out?
Because she went out without asking.
Okay.
So it wasn't until I went to look for her to have tea that I realised that she wasn't there. And then I phoned the police. So, after we looked for her, I phoned the police.
There are also concerns that when you were talking with the police, you mentioned the financial issues that drinking are causing to yourself.
Sorry, what did you say?
There were concerns that you'd raised concerns to the police about the financial impact of drinking in the house. Is that right?
No.
Okay, well that's what the police report says here.
Well, they're lying.
Okay. And that when the police attended, that they found that there were holes in the door because of results of...
What's that got to do with anything?
Well, it's the concern of the kids are living in a house where there's holes in the door. So
Well, there's not holes in the front door. It's only in the thing because in the inner door because Clea kicked off one night and he did that.
Bedroom door and the bathroom door. So why did he kick off?
Well, what's it got to do with anything? Kids kick off.
Not to that extent. That's quite a
Well, fine.
significant
Take him into
response.
care then.
Well, we're not going to...
Because I've had enough of it anyway, to be perfectly honest with you.
Dad,
and I can do without this.
Dad, we're not going to be taking him into care. That's not the best
Well, you've just come to
outcome for
tell me
kids.
off then because he's punched a hole through the door in his bedroom, are you?
No, what I've come to do is to present to you a contract of expectations, which is a contract that lays out the kind of things we'd expect yourself and Peter to go doing as parents to make sure that the kids are kept safe, okay?
How can you do that when you don't even know what's going on?
Well, the police...
All you've got is a police report that you keep on about, which is wrong anyway, but you're not even taking any notice of that.
Why do you feel it's wrong?
Because it is wrong.
So the report I've got here was produced by the police officer who attended that evening, and the incidents were captured on body cam. So there will be an account of what they saw, and this is just a written account of that, okay?
Yeah, and I will be on the body cam as well because I was looking for Megan.
Okay. Let's get back to the matter in hand. So we're going to need you to work with us here, okay, Debs?
But you're not listening to me. How can I work with you when you're not listening to me?
Let me just explain the kind of things that we'd be expecting you to do under the contract of expectations, okay? So because of the concerns of alcohol use between yourself and Peter and the domestic incidents that result from that...
You don't drink yourself then?
That's not the issue here, Debs, okay?
I don't care. You don't know what the issue is in my house either.
Debs, we need to get back to the matter in hand, okay? You're going to need to work
I
with
thought
us
that
on
was
this.
part of the matter in hand.
Let me read through the different things we're going to be asking.
Fine, carry on, because you're obviously not listening to me anyway.
So, because of the domestic incidents between yourself and Peter, the first item here is Peter not to reside at the home of an evening. So he can come here during the daytime, but of an evening, because that's the time when it seems you're drinking at the moment and it's leading to arguments.
Well, that'll be because Peter's in work in the day, because that's what people normally do in the day, and then they come home in the evening.
Okay, so of an
you're
evening,
saying that he can't actually come home from work?
At the moment, we're expecting that he'll find somewhere else to stay while
and
you're
you
working
think
with
that's
us.
okay?
It would reduce the instance of domestic violence.
So if I came to you and
house.
said, "Oh, by the way, your husband can't come home to your house anymore after work,"
Dad,
you'd be happy with that?
We're going off track at the moment. You'll need to work with us on this, okay? So where can Peter go to stay? He'll need to find somewhere else to go
in
to
his
stay.
House.
No, he'll need to find somewhere else other than
Why?
here to stay for an evening.
Was he supposed to go to the YMCA or sleep in a box in the street?
What about friends, family? Where do his parents
tent in the
live?
garden, maybe?
Where are his parents? Do they live locally?
No, they don't. One of them's dead anyway, and you should know that.
Okay. The information we've got on the system is that there's a Vaughan who lives locally,
That's my
and
dad.
9 Kerry and Tide Vaughan.
Yeah, that's my mum and dad.
Yeah? Can he go and stay with them?
Well, no.
Okay, you'll need to sort that as a family. You'll need to identify somewhere as a family that
Why?
he can go and stay for an evening.
He's not a bad dad.
Dad, let me run through the whole of the contract of expectations, what we're expecting you to do, okay? Because you are going to need to comply with this. If not, I'll need to discuss the matter with my manager to consider taking the matter to Child Protection Case Conference, okay?
So you are going to take my kids away from me?
Let me finish running through the contract of expectations, okay? So the second instant is Peter and Dad not to go drinking of an evening.
You can't tell us that we can't go drinking, or we can't have a drink.
If the alcohol use is leading to yourself and Peter arguing and the kids not being supervised
Everybody
appropriately,
argues.
let me just finish. So one of the other things that we'd like you to do is for yourself and Peter to go going on a budgeting course, and for you to go attending one of the local parenting courses that we'll provide for you, okay?
Well, why should I go on a parenting course? I look after my kids. They've got a roof over their head.
Okay.
They get fed. They're loved. What else is there to parenting?
One of the other, let me just finish going through the contract of expectations. One of the other things that you'll have to do is to make sure that that Megan doesn't go to John's house and that Claire isn't on the estate and supervised.
So she can't have a dad. She can't go to her uncle's house. What else? She allowed to go to school?
I've explained to you.
Am I allowed to give her a kiss?
I've explained to you what we expect from you. And what we're going to do is we're going to monitor this to make sure that the kids are safe and to make sure that you're complying with this.
And how are you going to monitor it?
What
You don't
we'll
have
do
police
is-
outside the door every night. Are you making sure that Peter doesn't come in?
No, but what we'll do is we have an emergency duty team, out of hours team. We'll ask them to call round some evenings and weekends to go checking to make sure that you are complying.
I can't believe this.
Okay? I'll leave you a copy of this. Can I ask you to sign at the bottom there?
No, I'm not signing it.
Well, regardless of whether you sign it, this is what we're going to be expecting of you, and we're going to be monitoring your compliance with this, okay?
You can't make me sign it. And I want you to get out of my house.
Okay. Dad, let me just explain to you how we're going to be monitoring it. So we're going to be asking, I'll be coming here.
You've got all your
regularly.
facts wrong. So go away, get your facts right, and then come back and tell me. Get out of my house.
I'm going to be coming here to monitor you complying with this, and
Well, I
that
won't open
Peter's
the door
not
to you
here.
next time.
I'm also going to ask that the out of hours social services team, the emergency duty team, come here of an evening, of a weekend, to see whether or not Peter is here.
So
and to
basically
make
all you're
sure-
going to do is
and
be
to make
policing us then. No help or anything, just policing.
Well, we need to
Is
make
that
sure
what you're
that
saying?
we need to make sure that you're keeping the kids safe.
I am keeping my kids safe.
Okay, I'm going to take this back to the office. I'm going to discuss the situation with my manager. I will leave a copy with you, okay, but we will be expecting you
Whatever.
to comply with this.